Hello everyone, my name is Joey, and today I am going to be examining a conspiracy. Today we are taking a deep dive into the elf known as Alden Vacker. I have reason to believe that he is a part of the Neverseen. I will be reviewing suspicious details that I have found while digging deeper. But before we start, make sure you like this video and subscribe if you enjoy this type of KotLC content. And just a quick heads up, after this video is done, go in the description and watch the teaser trailer for Troy's newest KotLC song. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alden Vacker is a very experienced individual. Alden descends from a long line of powerful elves such as Alden Vacker, a former councillor and ancient elf. He is respected almost everywhere, and his status in the elven community is known by many. Unlocked, although it might not have met some expectations with the actual story part of the book, the guide part did help us in this investigation. Many people felt the guide was boring, but me, I read the whole thing and I read it first. I read it in order, and we have found some vital information in there. One piece that was uncovered is that Alden Vacker was denied Spyball approval. Let's investigate this. This may not seem out of the ordinary at first, but under closer inspection, it is very unusual. Alden was denied access, meaning he had to apply in the first place. But why would Alden, an extremely high-ranking and powerful elf, be denied Spyball access? He's an emissary with the highest level of clearance after all. The Spyball would only benefit him with his job, so why wouldn't the council let him have one? This only gets weirder when you realize that both Stina Hex and Wiley Endel have Spyballs themselves. They were granted them, meaning that they applied like Alden did, but instead they got accepted, but Alden got denied. Why would the council grant Stina and Wiley access to a Spyball but not Alden? It doesn't really make any sense to me. Maybe the council knows something that we don't, or maybe the more plausible reason is that Alden applied for a Spyball before he was in such his powerful position and people didn't know him. This little fact really stood out to me and I want to bring it to light. If you have a keen eye, you may have noticed that all of the members of Alden's immediate family, such as Fitz, Biana, and Della, are in the Black Swan. Alvar, however, is loyal to the Neverseen. Alden is the only member of his family to not pick a side. This is very strange because it seems like he is very loyal to the council and his family, so why hasn't he sworn fealty to the Black Swan? It wouldn't be very hard to do, and would only increase his connections with other people, and he would benefit greatly from something so simple. No one would bat an eye if he followed in the path of his wife and kids. Although Alden seems to be his own side, he's not very involved in the later end of the books. All he has to do is just join the Black Swan, and then everybody would trust him so much more. But on the other hand, if he does join the Black Swan, and he is in the Neverseen, joining the Black Swan would actually give him great access to anything he needs, and he can report back to the Neverseen. So maybe it's a good thing he's in the Black Swan. All of these other parts have just been runner-ups. These next two parts are incredible evidence. So this is the current theory. Prentice Endel figured out that Alden was evil, and that is why he called Swan Song. Livy mentioned that Prentice was investigating something shortly before his mind broke. Prentice could have been looking into Alden. Prentice is a keeper for the Black Swan, and in his mind he contained many secrets that are very important to the Black Swan. Alden, being in the Neverseen, ordered a mind break on Prentice to keep his own secrets safe. During the mind break, Alden discovered Sophie's DNA and then dropped everything and made it his priority to find the Moonlark. He sends Alvar to look first, and then eventually Fitz. We found that Fitz missed a lot of school just to search for somebody he doesn't even know is real. The reason? Maybe to gain her trust, maybe to set up for future plans. Alden is the perfect inside man for the Neverseen. When Sophie entered Prentice's mind, the first words she heard were "no reason to worry." Do I have to say more? But I will say more because we are not done yet. After looking over all the facts and adding a little bit of speculation, it is almost abundantly clear that Alden did in fact kill Cyrah. Sophie and her friends have almost accepted that it was Gethin or Vinted that had killed Cyrah, but I believe otherwise. maybe that story could have just been a cover-up because obviously they don't want to reveal Alden. At the very least, Alden Vacker knew Cyrah. He had bought jewelry from her before and knew who she was. And at the very most, he had killed her by distracting her when she was light leaving, a very rare occurrence. During one of Sophie's first conversations with Alden, she asked what fading away feels like. Alden then looked, this is a quote by the way, Alden then looked as if he was looking into a memory. A memory of what? Cyrah Endel? Fading has only happened a couple times in Elven history. Coincidence? I don't think so. But it doesn't even stop there. This also explains why the Neverseen kidnapped Wiley. Wiley and the killer were the only witnesses to Cyrah's death, and they wanted to make sure that Wiley knew nothing or they didn't see Alden at the scene of the crime. This makes almost perfect sense to me. This is very surprising, but Alden was never assigned a bodyguard. It's unclear whether he didn't want one, or nobody just thought to give it to him, or he never requested one, I don't know, whatever. Dex, Biana, and Fitz, they all have bodyguards, and yet Alden, who maybe could be argued as a more important target, doesn't have one. Especially after like flashback with the troll highs and stuff, he still doesn't have one. This may be because the Neverseen obviously wouldn't hurt him because he's one of them. So he has no need for a bodyguard because the Neverseen would never hurt him in a real battle. This leads me to my next point. Alden has never, ever been into a face-to-face direct confrontation with the Neverseen. This means that he has never been in the battle with a Neverseen. He has never seen a Neverseen member. I mean from Sophie's point of view from the books, he has never been in a direct battle with them. So with this knowledge, what's gonna happen when the day inevitably comes when he is? Is he gonna be forced to pick a side? Is he gonna go to Sophie's side and the Neverseen gonna have to try to figure out how to not harm him while harming everybody else? Are they gonna harm him on purpose to preserve the integrity of the mole? Anyway, there are still more facts. Alden was pretty much perfectly okay when Alvar was living with them in flashback. You might be able to just say that he really did believe that Alvar's memory were wiped. But with all this stuff, with healing minds, with Sophie, there was not a doubt in his mind that somewhere, somehow, maybe he was faking it, or there was a way where they could be recovered. Anyway, he might have just planned out the whole thing. Last couple facts, Alden was also the one to call off the search for Sophie when she was presumed dead in the first book, and Vacker means cow. Sophie's human family was captured 3 days before Gethin was released. Gethin has been known many times to be the Neverseen's only telepath, but when Amy described the invasion, she tells them about a telepath searching the house for her thoughts and how she had to crawl into a closet and think about nothing to avoid him. If it wasn't Gethin, because it couldn't have been, then who was it? And then when they were bringing Amy to Lost Cities, Alden drugged Sophie without her permission. Sophie lost 17 hours while she was drugged while she could be tracking down her parents. Alden's reasoning for this, which doesn't really make any sense anyway, was so that Amy would feel more inclined to go with them or something. Anyway, this drugging can be interpreted as Alden slowing down Sophie's work and buying time for the Neverseen. In conclusion, making this video has actually led me to believe that Alden is a double agent and he is not to be trusted. Please let me know what you guys think of this massive theory in the comments. You can add on to it, you can have your own points to add to this theory. I really want to see if you guys agree or disagree, because I know some people really love Alden, but he's also done some other shady things that don't really relate to being evil in the Neverseen, such as he tried to get Keith to back away from Sophie and let Fitz Anyway, he's done some weird stuff that doesn't relate to this video, but he's just kind of shady. He's just overall kind of sketchy. And if he's not in the Neverseen, he's definitely hiding something. We just don't know what it is. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. I worked really hard to make this video, and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching this theory video. I had such a great time making it, and I will see you in the next video.